Hello YouTube and welcome to another review, and this time we have the W.Britains mounted British officer of the 1st Foot Guards, and that's 1754 to 1763, which places him in the French and Indian War, round about obviously the Braddock time. This piece I bought, I think it was roughly about £30, just a little bit over, and I bought him probably 2004 when he was new. It's a very nice piece, probably one of my favourites, and goes very well together with the Redcoat range which I have. Many years ago I reviewed a similar one, but I think he was the 45th Regiment mounted, and he's another good piece as well. But this one is very nice. Now, uniform wise, I can't really say too much, because in that period the regulation wasn't as tough as what it was. I think about 1788 the regulation got a lot tougher, especially for swords and things. So his sword, for instance, that could be just purely down to him how he goes for the hilt or whatever. It's just whether he wants to purchase a really good one, an average one, or whatever, or completely stylized one. Similarly, the uniform pretty much is the same in regards to they had pretty much free rein over how it would actually look, apart from obviously the commonality with the buttons and things like that. And obviously he's got his breastplate here, tricorn hat, gold braided for officers. I think that's pretty much standard fare, as I like to put it. And riding boots, of course, they would be his own. He probably had his own bootmaker, and he would get those pretty much made off his own bat. In terms of quality, it's very high. I mean, you buy these, I mean, I'm used to the older Britons when they were just made as toy soldiers, as we remember, which were quite basic, but Britons always used to package them up and put them in the individual regiments, and I used to think they were amazing, and and you'd just start collecting. But these ones were around about the time First Gear was running things. I don't know whether it's just down to First Gear when they had it, or whether or not Britons were turning a corner in general, and just the takeover happened, and whoever was inside Britons at the time was already looking at upgrading the figure quality. I mean, obviously, I believe they were in China by then, and this is probably a Chinese piece. I suppose I could. We'll see if there's something underneath the horse. I don't like laying him down like that, but we'll have a little look. You never know. Oh, here we go. What's that? No, we've just got a serial number on there, but I'm going to presume it's made in China. Yeah, it's just got his coding in there. I'll give you a little close-up of the officer in general. So he's got the blue, if you can see that where his buttons are, is blue, which is of the 1st Foot Guards. I've checked my military uniform section, and the only thing that it sort of came up was this would possibly be a straighter cut or possibly rounded, whereas here it's quite angular, and that's about all I'm really getting. Dress wise, you can quite easily get away with having slight differences, because nothing was really regulated properly. I know the swords weren't regulated about 1788, so the uniform I think was somewhere in the region. I mean, especially as I've already covered with the Americans in the Revolution, it was just down to the officer to purchase his uniform to a near enough satisfactory standard. But he's very, very good, and it's very good quality, and for the price, you know, this was 30 odd pounds, so lovely gloss finish. I just think it's a really good piece, and it looks really good at the head of any army. So and on display it's just absolutely cracking. And yeah, it's one of my favourite little pieces, this one. I love it. These ones, they're still floating about. Obviously they're retired, but you'll still get these on eBay brand new, just, you know, obviously leftover stock from other suppliers, or maybe someone's selling it on, and you can pick these up for £30 still. So you know, I do recommend it. They are very, very nice, and in this day where the matte variety of soldier is kind of precedent, it's quite nice to have these gloss figures in your collection, and I certainly do enjoy them. So thank you for listening, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.